All right, welcome everyone to our deep dive. We're going to be taking a deep dive into the world of the subconscious mind. Today, we're going to be cracking open chapter 1 of Joseph Murphy's The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And right away, Murphy kind of throws out this idea, this intriguing idea of a treasure house within. Now, what could that possibly mean?
Well,
What could that possibly mean for us?
he claims it's the key to attracting wealth, health, and happiness, just by tapping into this kind of hidden power.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. It sounds a bit like those late night infomercials. But seriously, hear me out. There's some fascinating stuff here. I mean, Murphy really starts out strong. He starts with this captivating analogy of a gold mine inside each of us, packed with everything we need to live a joyful and abundant life. I mean, it grabs your attention. Well, what does it actually mean for us in our everyday lives?
Well, it's really fascinating how this idea of untapped potential resonates across so many cultures and philosophies. Murphy's really tapping into that universal human desire to unlock our full potential.
It makes you wonder if there's more to us than meets the eye, right?
Exactly. And Murphy doesn't just stop at the gold mine analogy. He goes on. He compares our minds to magnetized steel. He suggests that believing in yourself, having that confidence, acts like a magnet for success.
Oh, okay.
It draws good things to you, while fear and doubt are like demagnetized steel, leaving us powerless to attract what we truly want.
So it's like our mindset is the key. Like, if we believe we can achieve something, we're more likely to achieve it.
That's the idea. Our internal state, our beliefs and confidence, directly affect our external experiences. It all comes back to that treasure house within.
And here's where things get really intriguing. Murphy claims the greatest secret of all time isn't some advanced technology, it's the power of the subconscious mind.
Think about that for a second. He's putting the subconscious on a level above things like atomic energy or space travel. He's arguing that this power, this key to unlocking our potential, isn't something we need to invent or discover. Out in the world, it's already within each of us.
It's already there.
Waiting to be understood
That's powerful.
and harnessed.
But how exactly do our thoughts shape our reality? Like, how does that actually work?
Well, Murphy compares the mind to a garden. Each thought is like a seed that we plant. So if we're constantly planting seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, guess what's going to sprout up?
I mean, you know how frustrating it is to tend a garden and only get weeds. That's what happens when you constantly feed your mind negativity. You have to plant seeds of positive thoughts to see real growth in your life.
I see.
It's about becoming mindful of what we're planting and making sure we're cultivating a mental environment that supports our goals.
Okay, that makes sense.
And aspirations. Our minds are complex. There's the conscious part, the thoughts we're aware of, and then this whole subconscious thing happening beneath the surface. How do those two work together? How do they interact? Murphy uses this analogy of a ship. He says, the conscious mind is like the captain, giving orders. The subconscious mind is the engine room, faithfully carrying out those orders.
Right.
It's a great way to visualize it.
Absolutely. And here's the crucial part. The subconscious, it doesn't question those orders. It acts on them without judgment. So if your conscious mind keeps saying things like, I can't afford it, or I'm not good enough, guess what?
What?
The subconscious takes that as an instruction and works to make it true.
Whoa.
It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
So if we keep repeating negative thoughts, our subconscious might actually be working against us.
It is.
That's a bit scary.
But the good news is that we can use this knowledge to our advantage if we become aware of our negative self-talk and consciously replace it with empowering thoughts and beliefs.
Right.
We can start to steer that ship in a new direction. We can start to create the reality we desire.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this all ties together. It's like we have this incredible power within us, but we need to learn how to use it effectively. Murphy gives some real-life examples to kind of illustrate this point. He tells the story of a student who desperately wanted this expensive bag, but stopped herself from saying, I can't afford it. Instead, she shifted her thought and told herself, this bag is mine. I accept it mentally, and what you know, she received the bag as a gift.
Wow, that's incredible. It almost seems too good to be true. But Murphy insists that our minds have that power. I mean, does that make you question how powerful our beliefs can be?
It definitely does, and he shares another amazing anecdote about a 75-year-old widow who used positive affirmations to attract a loving partner into her life. I mean, it makes you think about the power of our beliefs.
These stories, while anecdotal, bring these concepts to life. They show us that understanding the mechanics of our minds isn't just a theoretical exercise. It's about shaping our reality.
It's about shaping our reality. All these stories about the subconscious, it really makes you wonder about the role of belief. Murphy says it's a powerful force. He calls it the law of belief. And he emphasizes that what we believe in our minds really does influence our experiences.
And what's truly fascinating is that it's not about the thing we believe in, but the belief itself. That holds the power. That unwavering conviction can set in motion a chain of events that can lead to the manifestation of that belief in our lives.
That's pretty mind-blowing. So it's not just wishful thinking, it's about aligning our beliefs with what we want to bring into our lives. But how do we actually do that?
Well, that's a great question, and it's something we'll explore further. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll delve into some practical techniques that can help you harness the power of your subconscious mind and start creating the life you truly desire.
Sounds good to me.
Picking up where we left off, it's important to remember that our beliefs aren't always based on facts. They're often shaped by past experiences.
Huh?
What society tells us, even the beliefs of people around us.
Yeah, it's like we inherit these beliefs. Without even realizing it, they become these invisible scripts running in the background, shaping our thoughts, feelings, and actions.
Exactly, but just like a computer program, these scripts can be rewritten. We have the power to challenge those limiting beliefs, question whether they're really true, and consciously choose to replace them with beliefs that empower us.
So we're not stuck with the negative beliefs. That might have been holding us back. That's pretty empowering. It means we can reprogram our minds for success, happiness, or anything else we want.
That's the potential Murphy's talking about. He specifically points out financial abundance. Instead of focusing on what we lack, he says we should cultivate a mindset of prosperity and believe we're worthy of receiving wealth.
So it's not about chasing money, but changing how we think about it.
Precisely, if we believe money is scarce and hard to get, that's what we'll experience. But if we believe we live in an abundant universe with more than enough for everyone, we open ourselves up to receiving that abundance.
It's like we're changing the channel we're tuned into. Instead of broadcasting a signal of lack, we're broadcasting abundance, and the universe responds.
That's a great way to put it, and this principle of belief applies to every area of our lives, not just money, whether it's health, relationships, or personal growth. Our beliefs act like magnets, drawing in experiences that match those beliefs.
So if we believe we're capable of great things, our subconscious mind will find ways to make it happen.
Exactly. Our subconscious is incredibly powerful
Hmm.
and works constantly behind the scenes orchestrating events to match our dominant beliefs.
Some people might hear this and think they just have to sit back, believe really hard, and poof, everything they want will magically appear. But that's not what Murphy is suggesting, is it?
No, it's not about passive wishing or expecting things to fall into our laps. It's about aligning our beliefs with our desires and then taking inspired action. It's about being aware of the thoughts we're planting in the garden of our mind and making sure they're the seeds we want to harvest.
So it's a combination of belief and action. We have to believe it's possible, and then take steps to make it happen.
That's the key. It's about becoming conscious creators of our lives, not just passively accepting whatever comes our way.
This is all incredibly empowering. But it also raises a question. If our subconscious mind is so powerful, does that mean we're responsible for everything that happens to us, even the bad stuff?
That's a deep question that's been debated for centuries. There's no easy answer. But we don't always have conscious control over everything in our lives. External factors, unexpected events, and the actions of others also play a role.
So it's not about blaming ourselves for every bad thing, but understanding we have the power to choose how we respond.
That's a crucial distinction. We may not always control what happens to us, but we can choose our response. And that choice is where our true power lies.
And that choice is influenced by our beliefs.
Absolutely. If we believe we're victims of circumstance, we'll feel powerless. But if we believe we have the inner strength
Yeah.
to overcome challenges and learn from them, we'll become more resilient.
It's like that saying, life is 10% what happens to me, and 90% how I react to it.
Exactly. And that 90% is where the power of
Yeah.
the subconscious mind comes in. By cultivating beliefs that empower us, support our well-being, and align with our potential, we can navigate the ups and downs of life with more grace and purpose.
It's not about pretending life is perfect, but building a strong foundation of beliefs that help us thrive no matter what.
And recognizing that this journey of self-discovery and growth is ongoing. It's not about achieving some perfect state of enlightenment, but about continually refining our beliefs, expanding our awareness, and aligning ourselves with the limitless possibilities within.
So it's a process of continuous learning and evolving.
Precisely. And it's unique to each person. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. It's about finding the tools and techniques that resonate with you, that help you tap into your own inner wisdom and unlock the incredible power of your subconscious mind.
That's a beautiful thought. It reminds us that we're all on this journey together, exploring our own depths and discovering the potential within. Speaking of tools and techniques, Murphy offers a bunch of them in his book. One that really struck me was the power of affirmations. It's such a simple but profound idea.
Affirmations are positive statements we repeat to ourselves, either out loud or silently, to impress them on our subconscious. Repetition and feeling are key. The more we repeat them with conviction and emotion, the deeper they sink in, gradually replacing old limiting beliefs.
It's like we're reprogramming our inner software by feeding it the code we want it to run.
That's a great analogy, and affirmations can be used for anything: health, wealth, relationships, confidence, creativity. If there's something you want to improve or attract, there's an affirmation for it.
So instead of dwelling on what we don't want, we focus on what we do want, shifting from a mindset of lack to a mindset of abundance.
Exactly. The more we practice this, the more we train our minds to look for opportunities and solutions, rather than getting stuck on problems and limitations.
It's like putting on a new pair of glasses that let us see the world through a lens of positivity and possibility.
And that shift in perspective can be transformative. It can open doors we never knew existed, bring new people and opportunities into our lives, and empower us to create a reality that aligns with our aspirations.
This is so inspiring, but I have to admit, it can feel a little overwhelming. Where do we even begin? There's so much to learn and so many techniques to try.
It's natural to feel that way at first. Remember, this is a journey, not a race. Take small, consistent steps, experiment with different techniques, and find what works best for you.
So instead of trying to change everything at once, focus on one or two areas you want to improve and start incorporating these techniques into your daily routine.
Exactly. Even just a few minutes of focused visualization or affirmations each day can make a big difference over time. The key is to make it a habit.
It's like we're training our minds, like going to the gym for our thoughts and beliefs.
That's a great analogy. And just like with physical exercise, the more consistent we are, the stronger we become. Over time, those new thought patterns and beliefs become more ingrained, and we start to see real lasting changes in our lives.
This is all so incredibly empowering. Makes you realize that we have so much more control over our lives than we might think.
That's the beauty of it. Once we start to understand the incredible power we have within, we realize that we're not just victims of circumstance, we are creators. And we have the ability to shape our reality in profound ways.
It's like we're unlocking that treasure house within that Murphy talks about.
Exactly. And that treasure house is full of infinite possibilities. It's up to us to explore those possibilities and create the life we truly desire.
This has been such a fascinating and insightful journey into the power of the subconscious mind. I'm feeling so inspired and ready to start putting these principles into practice.
That's fantastic. Remember, the most important thing is to believe in yourself and the power of your own mind. The possibilities are truly limitless.
To all our listeners out there, we encourage you to keep exploring this fascinating topic. There's so much more to discover and learn. And until our next deep dive, keep those minds curious. Stay open to possibility. And never stop believing in the incredible power within you. You know, it's amazing to think that something as simple as changing our thoughts can have such a profound impact on our lives. It all comes back to that idea of the subconscious mind being like a garden. We have to be mindful of the seeds we're planting.
Absolutely. And it's not just about planting those seeds. It's about nurturing them, giving them the right environment to grow. That's where some of the techniques Murphy talks about come in.
You mentioned affirmations earlier. Are there any other practical tools we can use to work with our subconscious mind?
One technique Murphy highlights is visualization. It's about creating a clear mental picture of what you want to achieve, as if it's already happening. The more vivid and detailed the visualization, the more powerful the impact on the subconscious.
So it's not just daydreaming. It's about really immersing yourself in the experience, feeling the emotions, and believing it's real.
Exactly. It's about engaging all your senses and creating a strong emotional connection to the desired outcome. This helps to impress it upon the subconscious mind and make it more likely to manifest in reality.
It's like we're sending a powerful message to the universe. This is what I want, and I believe it's possible.
Precisely. And the more we align our thoughts, feelings, and actions with that desired outcome, the more we create a magnetic force that draws it towards us.
That's so powerful, but I imagine it takes practice to really master these techniques. Are there any tips for someone just starting out?
Well, one of the most important things is consistency, just like any new skill. Working with your subconscious mind takes time and effort. Don't expect overnight miracles. Start with small, achievable goals and gradually build from there.
So instead of trying to change everything at once, focus on one or two areas you want to improve and start incorporating these techniques into your daily routine.
Exactly. Even just a few minutes. A focused visualization or affirmations each day can make a big difference over time. The key is to make it a habit.
It's like we're training our minds, like going to the gym for our thoughts and beliefs.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And just like with physical exercise, the more consistent we are, the stronger we become. Over time, those new thought patterns and beliefs become more ingrained, and we start to see real lasting changes in our lives.
This is all so incredibly empowering. It makes you realize that we have so much more control over our lives than we might think.
That's the beauty of it. Once we start to understand the incredible power we have within, we realize that we're not just victims of circumstance, we are creators, and we have the ability to shape our reality in profound ways.
It's like we're unlocking that treasure house within
Yeah.
that Murphy talks about.
Exactly. And that treasure house is full of infinite possibilities. It's up to us to explore those possibilities and create the life we truly desire.
This has been such a fascinating and insightful journey into the power of the subconscious mind. I'm feeling so inspired and ready to start putting these principles into practice.
That's fantastic. Remember, the most important thing is to believe in yourself and the power of your own mind. The possibilities are truly limitless.
Well, that about wraps up our deep dive into the power of your subconscious mind. A huge thank you to our expert for joining us today and for sharing these incredible insights. And to all of you listening out there, thank you for joining us on this journey into the depths of our minds. We encourage you to keep exploring this fascinating topic and keep unlocking the incredible power within you. Until next time, stay curious, stay open, and never stop believing.